Oh, we're live. Okie dokie. Hello. Quick one, just a quick one. So, I'm going to explain this as easy as I can, so layman's terms, nice and easy. Everybody will be able to understand it. So, you all know what the leaderboard is by now, and you have points on that leaderboard, right? However many points you've got. And as Brucey says, what do points make? Prizes or money. If if we make hundreds of millions, then everybody gets a lovely share out. Well, not hundreds of millions, but without going over it all, the Apple on all of that. You know what all that's about. So the offer that I'm making in this video is I was having a little bit of a think. Space is at a premium, because I'm getting everything back here. And I've got all the TGBCH coins as well, which are all got to be organised and everything, as well as all the stock coming back that's got to be stock taped and listed and organised and done in a way that I can find everything, etc. So space is at quite a premium. And some of the TGBCH coins, they sell very well, and some of them they don't sell too well. And you can look at it and you can think, was that a good idea? That was probably not my best idea, Like the example, obviously, because that's the one I'm going to talk about, is the football, right? So we did the Euro 2021, which seemed like a great idea at the time. Let's do all the teams. And of course, the people that support those teams, the Italians will buy the Italy one, and the Belgians will buy the Belgian one, and Scottish people will buy the Scottish one, and so on. Didn't really happen as much as I thought it would. So there lies a little bit of a problem. The England sold out, but the others didn't do fantastically well. They didn't sell out at the end of the day, and I wanted them to sell out. So what to do? What to do about that? And of course, you've got, I forget how many there was now, but there was 20 something. Some of you might remember better than me, but there was 20 something, and then there was 2 errors, wasn't there? And even then, I don't know if we got it right. And I think even we might, I don't know whether we've got 1 perfect and 1 error or 2 errors for that country. I don't know now. Anyway, here's the thing. So maybe you've sat there and thought you want to start collecting the TGBCH coins, but maybe can't afford it, right? And so this might be a way for you to get involved, or you might want some Christmas presents. Maybe, you're a bit skint and Christmas is coming up and you have friends or relatives that also collect coins. And so this could be a way for you to essentially scrape by on a few Christmas presents that you haven't had to physically pay out the cash for. So it could work like that for you. And again, I might be talking right out of my, my bum, but those are the things that have been sort of going through my head. So, and even though there's something that I will never let go of in my head. Sorry, I had an itch. There's something that I'll never let go of in my head, and it's this. Fran and I watched the Star Wars compilations. Now, I saw Star Wars when I was 16, 17, 15-ish. I went to the pictures to see Star Wars, the original Star Wars, when it first came out. And I didn't really bother, for one reason or another, over the years, never really watched the others, So sometimes what me and Fran will do is we'll look up, we'll go, okay, do you fancy watching this? And we talked, and Star Wars was one of them, but we've done it with several things. I mean, it could be Harry Potter, it could be the thingy rings, whatever. But what we'll do is she'll look it up. She goes to a particular site on her phone and she looks it up, which is the best way to watch the series of films that have been released, because it's not always in the order that they're released. I know you're going to think I've gone off at a tangent, but I promise I haven't. It's not always in the order that they're released. You might get one released and then get another one and then get another one and another one. And really, once they've all been released, you want to watch that one first and that one second and that one third. You know what I mean? Because of how they do the timelines and all of that. So, and doing them in order of when they were produced isn't necessarily the order of the timeline. So, because, you know, they've made a film and then they decide, oh, we're going to make what they call a prequel. So the one that they make is before the one that you've watched. So if they've made now a series of 5 or 6 films, you really want to watch that prequel first because it happened before this happened, if you're watching it in the timeline, right? Anyway, so when we watch Star Wars, there was a very interesting thing, which is what pertains to this, and that is that there's one with Liam Neeson in it. I forget what number it was that they made, but you needed to watch that you need to watch Star Wars in a certain order, and the write-up on it was that it wasn't the best Star Wars film. It was a bit crap compared to all the others. It was a bit crap. It didn't really work. A bit like my football coins, Euro 21. You know, pardon me, good idea, but it didn't really work. Idea was a bit crap, and this film was a bit crap. So the write-up said, but it said if you're watching the Star Wars films, you've still really got to watch it. You really do want it, you know, in the order that you're watching it, and you want to watch it in this particular order, right? Even though it is a bit crap, and though it turned out to be its crappiest film, as in it took the least amount of money at the box office, it ended up becoming a bit of a cult film because if you're into Star Wars and you're watching all the others, you've got to watch this one, even though it's not brilliant. So you're not going to sit there for 2 hours on the edge of your seat because it's not the best film, but you really still need to watch it. Do you know what I mean? Now, excuse me, with the TGBCH coins becoming collectible, and I know for a fact that there's been several coins, at least 3, if not 4, that have resold for about 80 quid each, right? And I know that that's happened, and I know that they've gone, you know, all over the world, Australia, America, England. In fact, more than that, because there was 10 sold at 75 quid. So we're now talking about 15 or so coins that have sold for that kind of money, resold for that kind of money. Anyway, the thing is, if you're a collector, or if somebody turns into a collector of TGBCH coins, and the overall idea that I've tried to put together with these coins works, then it doesn't really matter about the coin or the design, and it doesn't matter whether it was a smash or whether it was a bit of a naff crap idea. You're still going to want it in your collection. That's my thinking. So, okay, the Euro 21 football coins from a resale value in years to come, they might never ever match the TGBCH Kew Gardens Ukraine or Kew Gardens GB or Kew Gardens Pride or whatever. However, even though they don't match that price wise, they will still sell for more money because people will want them, and they are another TGBCH coin that you can't get hold of. Once I'm sold out, you can't get hold of it. Do you see what I'm saying? And that rule of thumb actually just applies to anything. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter whether you're collecting Lego, whether they're McDonald's toys. It doesn't Lego cars, Matchbox. It doesn't really matter. There will always be the ones that one person considers naff. You know, oh, I think that one's a bit naff. Yeah, I never did like that. You know, that one's all right. That's my favourite, but that one there's a bit naff. When you look at Lado lorry truck things, you know, they're pretty much all the same. A lot of them are the same thing. It's just a different design on the livery on the side, you know. But someone will go, yeah, I didn't like that one, but that's my favourite, and so on. So you always get naff ones. You always get ones that they weren't the best idea. The one of my dad wasn't the best idea, wasn't the best photo, should have only been 100. You know, things like that. The one of Ian Glenn should never have been 1,000, should only have been 100. If you're going to do 1,000, I should be selling them for a couple of quid each, just to get them out there and annoy him, you know. But anyway, I digress. You get my point. I'm sure you get my point. I don't want to drone on too long. You get my point. So, and I consider, now you might not, there might be people out there that go, I really like those Euro 21 ones. Don't know why they didn't sell, but I really like them. I think it wasn't my best idea. You got to hold your hands up when you get something wrong. Yeah, that wasn't my best idea. It didn't work. 2 years later, we're not sold out. So, and they're in the way because I've got 20 odd, you know, what is it, 26? I don't know what it is now, but whatever it is, I've got that many different spaces all, you know, taken up. And it sometimes gets annoying when I'm trying to do something and I come across something that ain't selling and it's like, oh, that's just in the way. Anyway, here's my offer, which I think is a very fair offer. Please put in the comments what you think of the offer, but this is my offer. The coins are $14.95 each. They're all limited edition of 100, and they come with a box, right? In case you want to give one away as a Christmas present. Now, if you don't want, right, let's start again. So they all come with a box. So they're $14.95 each. If you want one of each, and in this, because they're all football, I will include all the football. So it will also include, although you won't get the England, you will get the England Qatar. I've still got some of those left. And the England ladies, when they won the Euro, and the 50th anniversary of the Lionesses ladies as well, right? So those 3 coins will also come into the deal, if you see what I mean. So, so however much it is for all of these coins, I don't know how much it is exactly, but it'll be, you know, X amount, say, call it, I don't know, say there's 25 coins. So it would be 25 coins times $14.95. That's the way I would do it. I don't know how many coins it will be, but whatever the football compilation is, it will be that amount times $14.95. So, for example, let's say there was 25 coins there, right? Just say for the sake of argument, 25 times 14.95 is, whoops, 25 times 14.95 equals, that's not right, 25. Sometimes you do things on a calculator. I've been better off in my head. Times 14.95 equals 373. 10 times 14, 150, 150. Yeah, that's better. So £373.75, roughly. It could be a bit more than that if it's more than 25 coins. Could be a bit less than that if it's less than 25 coins. But you're looking at around the £400 mark, right? So it's just under 400 quid to buy one of each of all of them. Okay. Supposing you're sitting there, you're on the leaderboard, and let's suppose you've got 2,600 points. I will take off 400 from that, or whatever the amount is. I'll take it off of that, and so that comes off the leaderboard points, and it also will come off. I'll take the equivalent amount off the wheels, right? And I'll probably try and do it as quick as possible. So I might take your name off £250 wheels, that's 300. And then I might take your name off 3 £25 wheels, or a £50 wheel and a £25 wheel, if it was 375 quid, for example, right? So that comes off, and then that gets marked as settled, it's paid. Now that's no different to me giving you 375 quid cash and you then spending that same 375 quid cash, if that's what it is, with me on buying the coins. Do you see? So you're still getting paid out, as I've always promised. And if you don't want to do anything like this, that's fine. Just you can hold your bottle. Hold your bottle, because if things work out for us, if we soar like an eagle and all of that, like I've said before, then, you know, your points get turned into cash at some point one day. And I will work my ass off to do that. However, you may also be sitting there thinking, well, yeah, I don't mind doing a little bit of a deal, because, you know, I want to collect them myself, or I want to get it as a present for somebody, the grandchildren. You know, if you've got 3 grandchildren, why not get 3 lots? And they got a lot each. Or all sorts of, there could be all sorts of reasons why you would want to buy into this, right? And there could be all sorts of reasons why you'd want to go, no, I don't want to yet, or I don't want to cash that in, I'll hold my bottle, or no, I don't want it, or no, I don't like it, or whatever. So there's various reasons for going for it, and there's various reasons for not going for it. That's fine. And by all means, leave comments, all right? Especially if you go for it, leave comments. Let other people know that you've gone for it. And then you've got, you know, the naysayers out there. They come along, they see it, and they see the comment, and somebody's gone, yeah, I got settled 400 quid's worth. I'm happy. You know, that's what we want, right? So if you've got points on the leaderboard and you'd like to turn some of those points into TGBCH coins, and there will be other stuff. I will be offering all sorts of other stuff. I'm not doing a blanket going, you know, have what you want and all of that, because if I get inundated, I haven't got the time to do it all. So what I've decided to do is just take this one step at a time, just like everything else I'm doing, one step at a time, a bit slow, in a way that I can handle it, because I have got lots of other work to do. So I'm just doing the football. The football is in the way a bit at the minute, especially where I've ended up putting it. It's like, oh, I could do with moving that. So, so I'm just making the deal on the football. And the deal is all of the football coins, including the Lionesses and the England, all of the football coins, at the price that I'm selling it for, knocked off your membership. Now, supposing, and I know some of you have, supposing you've got 4 grandchildren and I owe you a shed load of points, you might sit there and think, well, it could take Ian ages to pay me and sort that out. I could put, yeah, I could have 4 sets, give 1 each set to the grandchildren, knock it off for what he owes me, and I've still got loads of points in the bank. You know, something like that. Whatever you might think. It's not for me to think for you. So it's just for me to put the offer out there. So anyway, that's the offer, right? All the football coins and so on. Now, they'll all come boxed. Now, of course, if too many people say yes to this, I'm not going to be able to supply the boxes, because I only had 200 delivered and I've slaughtered half of those. So I've got to get another order in for another couple of hundred. So this deal will come with the boxes, but if, for example, I haven't got enough boxes to send you, I'll send you the coins and then I'll make a note and I'll send you the boxes later, right? I am trying to find a way to do better than 1 single box per coin. So when you've got a collection, it would be ideal if we had a large box to put them in or something like that. But at the moment, it's just the one. I am working on, you know, a dozen and so on, and different amounts. But for now, it's just the one. I've got to go careful because money and all the rest of it. But if I haven't got enough boxes to supply you, I will follow it up with the boxes. You know I'll do that, because I've got to get some more. We've got to order some more. And I only ordered 200 last time, and I'm probably only going to order 200 this time. So if 10 people or if 10 sets went, I wouldn't have enough boxes even on the next order. So I might have to order even more. Now, if you say to me, Ian, I'll have a set, or I'll have 2 sets, or I'll have 3 sets, whatever sets you want, and you say, look, I don't want the boxes because I bought albums and I'm going to put the coins in the album pockets. So actually, I don't need the boxes. You can keep the boxes, make life easy for yourself. Well, if you don't want the boxes, with that many, I'll give you 3 extra coins. And those 3 extra coins can be any 3 coins, any TGBCH 3 coins of your choosing, just not the Q set. I can't do it with the Q set because I won't have enough of those to be able to offer it to everybody. So not that, but any other 3 coins. It can be a set of 3 coins like the Ukrainian set, or it can be 3 individual coins. You might want a Q Christmas, you might want a King Charles, you might want a Camilla, Queen Elizabeth. Oh, sorry, that looked like I put my finger up. Whatever you might fancy, right? You might want a snowman, you might want Alan Turing, Olivia Newton-John, whatever you want. But if you don't want the boxes, then I will give you 3 extra coins on top. You tell me what 3 coins you would like that to be. And if you want it all the same, if you want 3 Olivia Newton-Johns or 3 Q Christmas or whatever it is you want, you can add 3 of any other coin you want if you're foregoing the boxes, because that will do me a huge favour on the boxes. Otherwise, you'll get a box for each coin, right, of all the football ones. And however many I've got, and I don't know how many I've got, because what I've got to do, I have got to put a set together, and that means I've got to get them all out, and then I've got to take one out, that one, take one out, that one, get the next one, take one out, get the next one, take one out. That's laborious. It's a laborious job to do. And it becomes easier if, for example, I've got to put 5 or 10 sets together. Then each one I go into, I go, right, take out 5 of them, take out 5 of them, take out 5 of them. And then it becomes a lot easier to put those sets together. Do you see what I mean? So I suddenly thought, how could I get myself some extra sets to put together? This is one way of doing it. And I don't mind knocking it off the balance of what I owe you on the points, simply because it wasn't the best seller. And I'm being honest in saying it wasn't the best seller, but it's still a TGBCH coin. And if you collect the coins, you still want them in your collection. So this gives you an opportunity. So how will you know? Well, let's say for your head purposes, right, there's no more than 30 and there's no less than 20. So the deal itself, including the 3, the 2 Lionesses and the England, if you add up all the football coins together, it will be less than 30. I know that. It won't be any more than 30. It'll be less than 30. And it won't be any less than 20. It'll be more than 20. Right? So so that you can give yourself a quick mathematics there. Go and have a look at Ian's TV. Have a look on the leaderboard. How many points are you owed? Multiply 14.95 by 30, which is about 450 quid. That's the absolute maximum it will be. It won't, it will be less because I know it's not 30. But if you've got 450 points or more, then you've got enough to get a set, is what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to work it out that way. Go and have a look on the leaderboard, see what your points are owed. And if you're owed 450 points or more, why not take advantage of this? I'm still going to do the cash spin, but I'm sure we can both agree that having 1 million points on the leaderboard, doing 50 quid a week, will take me the rest of my lifetime and another lifetime on top of that till I'm 200 in order to pay everybody back. Although I am hoping that one day we get to the stage and I can do £1,000 in a week. That would be marvellous. But let's not count our chickens before they're hatched. We know where we want to get to. We've just got to get there by whichever means we can, bit by bit. And this is one way of dealing with it, right? So we've got this going on with the cash every week, going on with perhaps something else and perhaps something else. I mean, I did a deal with somebody, £7,000. That person is done. That person is dealt with. You'll see it on there, Mark Pittman. It's all done. He's happy. I'm happy. and that is £7,000 worth of memberships I haven't got to pay back. I could win the lottery tomorrow and I don't have to give Mark a penny because he's paid in full. Got me? Now, the more people I can get paid in full, the better. I just can't offer it. Oh yeah, come on, let's go on a shopping mad trip. I can't do that because I'm too busy, haven't got enough time to deal with it all, and I'll get snowed under. So this is one way of doing it, right? The first one I'm going to offer you all to go listen, have this, is one that isn't the bestest of sellers, but it's still a TGBCH coin, and it's mostly a set. You've nearly got the set, and you'll have to hunt for the England. Maybe it will come up. You never know. Now, if you don't want the boxes, you get to choose an extra 3 coins to go with that bundle. So whatever the bundle is, you get 3 more coins if you forego the boxes on the deal, right? If you want the boxes on the deal, no problem at all. If you don't want the boxes, let me know and you can choose 3 extra coins. Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk to you about. It's taken me 26 minutes to explain one little tiny simple thing, but I do want to get it right, because if I get it wrong and you don't understand, that ties me up with emails and questions and texts and phone calls and all sorts. And I've already had, I think, 4 hours, 3-4 hours on the phone today. So got to get it right. Okay, and that's it. Thanks very much. Thanks for watching the vid. Thanks for listening to the vid. Thanks for listening to me drone on. I hope I made it perfectly clear so there are no misunderstandings and none of the naysayers can come in and twist my words and make it all wrong and all the rest of it. None of that can happen. Look at the leaderboard. Now, what if you're an investor that's not on the leaderboard? Maybe you are one of those from before and you're thinking, why hasn't he added me to the leaderboard? That's because I need your permission. Everybody on that leaderboard has given me their permission to take that investment, change it into the memberships and put it on the leaderboard, right? And so I've got that working there. And it is the one place I'm sure you can see that it makes it easier for me to be able to talk to you and then try and do deals, etc., and pay something off that leaderboard, right? But we know exactly how much is owed and to whom by that leaderboard. So if you are somebody from before, because I know somebody left a comment on a video a week or 2 ago, they wasn't too happy. All you got to do, I promise you, all you got, we don't have to fall out. I've had my issues. I've tried to work through with my issues. I can't do anything about what's happened in the past, but the one thing I've proven over and over and over again is I'm still here. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm not running away. I'm still here and I'm still working my ass off to try and do my best for you, as well as do my best for me and my partner, but I'm trying to do my best for you, all of you. So even the people. So all you got to do is get in touch with me and say, I've seen the video. I'm one of the original investors, and I'm happy enough for you to transfer my investment over to the memberships on the leaderboard, and I will do that, and we'll get it done, and we'll get you on there, and then you can be part of this, and so on, right? Okay, so that's it. I also have to let you know that we have TGBCH Limited. That has now happened, and that will be for the price side. So go and have a look at the raffle site, have a look at the raffles that are up there. There's loads of silver going up there, loads and loads of different silver, D-Day, Boy Scouts, Tom Kitten, all your favourites, old ones, new ones, all sorts of stuff going up there. So go and have a look. And if you've got no money to have a go on the raffles, just have your free one. Have your free entry. Help. That helps. If you get your free entry, that will help. I promise you that will help. You might think, oh, getting free entries, that ain't going to help. It will. I promise you it will. Go and get your free entries. All right then. So I hope you understand it all. Feel free to text me anytime. Let me know. I won't necessarily answer straight away. I leave it there for like, I've got a couple of texts on here. I've got one from Ian Menham I've got to come back to, and I'll do with him over the weekend. So I'll come to you over the weekend here. I leave them there as unread so that I can then get to them. All right then. Thanks very much, and see you all next Wednesday. And I'll talk to you when you text me. All right, bit of love out my bucket for everybody. See you later. Bye for now.